Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today. Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is UnKut with former Nebraska baseball pitcher Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big shot. All right. Hey, welcome in. 93.7 The Ticket. That's Harrison. Jumping the gun. Yeah, it's okay.
Hey, I got the headphones.
Kansas City Chiefs lineman right there, jumping the gun. Have you been seeing that lately?
No, what's this about?
No, they've been doing, because when you start
all the time.
Yeah, when you win, people start breaking down the little things, and the lineman false start has actually been very apparent.
Their right tackle quite literally false starts every time,
and you can see it in real time too. But hey, welcome in. I'm Kyle Perry. This is UnKut, and very, very, very special guest with us tonight. Husker great, Shay Schanaman. Give it up. That's the Pat McAfee clap, since we're not standing up.
Appreciate it.
You got it, brother. Welcome in. I'm happy you can make it.
Thanks for having me back.
You got it.
Haven't been here yet. This is a new place.
You were at the old digs.
I was. Yeah.
Gritty.
It was.
Gritty digs.
Yeah.
Compared to this is freaking
it's great.
First class.
Live across the street.
Yeah.
Just walk on down.
No, it's lovely. What a great walk that was, too. I mean, shoot. Can't get much better than that, but happy you're on, bro. Mimi, Shay's wife, cooked us up chili and cinnamon rolls. That was my first rodeo with cinnamon and chili, or cinnamon rolls and chili.
Kids never had a
You're
cinnamon
from-
roll with chili before.
You're from Omaha, though.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? That's what I said.
And Shay had a really good theory because how the hell do you come about having cinnamon and chili rolls together? I did it again. Cinnamon and chili rolls. Can you believe that? Cinnamon rolls and chili together. Who came up with that? And
I just said it was probably some farmer who was like just tired of his beans and meat and was like, I need something sweet. And his wife cooked him a cinnamon roll and told all his friends. He's like, you got to start doing this. And then he just took off.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's a staple of the lunch programs around here.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was a big Nebraska thing.
You never had it in school?
No.
That's right. Because
I was in the era of, you were too probably with the Michelle Obama. Everything was turning whole wheat. So
private school.
Okay.
But the public school still had cinnamon and chili roll. No, wait, they didn't.
You just did it. You just did the
Michelle
chili
took
roll.
them away.
That's right.
You're right.
Yeah, and the Pop-Tarts, you got one Pop-Tart. It was whole grain. It tasted like butt.
I forgot. That was the whole saga with the school across the street.
It was. I was fired up. That was my first taste of I don't know. That was my first disagreement in the political world. Was Michelle raining sanctions on Pop-Tarts?
That's when I got into politics.
Yeah.
And I was like, right here. I know.
This is where we draw the line.
Yeah. I was like, private
Don't
schools
touch
are
my
where it's at.
Pop-Tarts.
They don't touch my Pop-Tarts.
That's right.
They don't tell me how many milks I can take.
That's right. That's right. Well, Shay, what's new, brother? Let's talk, because we were talking just a couple nights ago. We got Colby Gomez married over the weekend. Kansas City was beautiful freaking weather. Couldn't have gotten better.
Yep. Great to see everybody.
Yeah.
Great to see all the guys. What's new? I mean, played ball all year in the Braves org.
Yeah.
Grinding out in the minors.
And that was your first full year.
It was.
Right?
Yep.
Last year being a grind though too.
Yeah, last year was a grind. Signed after the draft in July. Played the rest of the year. Had the full off season. Lived with Spencer Schwalmbach. He had him on a while ago.
Yeah.
But we started out in high A, and I stayed there. And the kid made it up to the bigs, and I grinded it out. It was really cool to see him shoot off like that. It was awesome. Learned a lot from him and all those guys. I mean, everyone up there is great. But no, grinded out, stayed healthy all year. That's the main goal. Anyone playing baseball for that long,
Give yourself a shot.
Yeah, you can't make the club from the tub.
Right.
You know?
That's a good. Yeah.
You got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
And that was the goal. Still healthy, having a good off season. Followed the wife around a little bit down in Texas. Worked out at TCU for a little bit. Great guys down there. They welcomed me in. Followed the wife. She works for Huddle. So for you guys that don't know that, her territory's down in Fort Worth. So we lived down there for a couple months and made it back for Thanksgiving, and now we're in Lincoln. So it's good to be back, see all the guys again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great freaking people. I mean, over the weekend, just such a good group of people. It's like, damn, man, just recharges you a little bit.
Each one of those little events is kind of like a little reunion, whatever wedding it may be. Or
I love it.
Yeah, it's
It's
great.
the best. I mean, it's shout out Mimi, shout out Huddle. And down in Fort Worth, you got to freaking work out at the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, it was great. Totally different dynamic than we got going on here, but to each their own. Like a smaller school, but big time sports still.
Yeah.
Everything was kind of centralized out of their little hub they got going. So every team worked out in the same weight room versus here. Everyone's kind of got their own thing going. It's more compartmentalized here.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see how they do things down there. The guys are great. They welcomed me with open arms and learned a lot from them. So
that's great.
Yeah, it was cool to be down there, but it's even better to be back in the great state of Nebraska.
Absolutely. I like that dynamic too a little bit. I mean, there's times where certainly you want to be off on your own team, but
I think if I had to choose, it'd definitely be what we got going on here. Everyone has their own little hub and everyone's doing their own thing, but it was cool to see. It was like they interact a little differently down there, but that's the small school feel. And I kind of saw that in high school growing up. I went to a Class C2 school all the way till high school, and then go to the biggest school in Nebraska in Grand Island Senior High. So it was kind of cool to see both ends of the spectrum there, and then same thing in college.
Yeah. So you bring up Grand Island, and we don't want to open up the yearbook much, but whenever I hear Grand Island, I just think of that game that we played in state, which had to have been probably the cleanest high school baseball game. We've talked about this many a time. Shay and I pitched against each other, and the game, it was probably an hour and a half long. I mean, it was just a pitcher's duel, a classic pitcher's duel, and just the cleanest freaking brand of ball.
Yeah.
And I feel like every guy that was there to witness that would say the same thing too. Unsolicited, but that's just always been the feedback on that one game. So
yeah, a lot of strikes.
Poor memory.
Looking back on it, I was like, I didn't even want to be a pitcher. I want to be playing shortstop,
Right.
So it was, but like obviously it worked out as a pitcher, and looking back, I didn't realize the moment that was because we barely knew each other. We knew we were both going to Nebraska. We knew we were both, one of the better players in the state. So we're up against each other head to head competitively. We're like, we didn't know we'd be looking back on it like we do.
It's cool. It's really cool though.
For sure.
Having that perspective now. And I mean, we were the last freaking Erstad guys to stay at Nebraska too, which that's such a cool thing to look back on.
Yeah. Even for him too, still seeing guys he recruited out there as of last year with you.
Really cool. Really cool. I mean, we got to talk to him at alumni weekend. I mean, just because I love talking about Erstad, and we only got a year with him.
Yep.
Because that guy I remember one Sunday morning before we were playing somebody, we got in that circle. Remember when he was telling us about like power poses?
I don't.
And how you don't?
I don't.
So he's talking about power poses and like looking up to the sun and flexing in the morning,
I do. Just making your presence known.
Right.
Feeling the earth.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, this guy, we talk about Erstad, the guy's forearms are as big as my freaking thighs. Yeah. I mean, the guy's a freaking beast. Total red ass is what they would call him,
Big leaguer.
Right. Yes. Yes. Very true. 1-1 talent.
Yep.
But he freaking locked eyes at 7:15 in the morning in the Gordon that morning. And he freaking looks at me and says, "Tell me to bring it on, mother." Yeah, you remember that?
I do.
And I'm like, what? Tell me. Yeah, tell me to bring it on, mother.
Yeah.
All right. Bring it on, mother. Yeah. And that all you got?
Yeah.
That all you got? And freaking ripped it at him again. And it's like, damn, dude. Just imagine having, we had 1 year with the guy and it was such a freaking pleasure.
Yeah.
What a cool experience. I mean, we look back on it with such fondness and damn, if we would have had him for just another year too.
Yeah,
would have been so cool.
He was awesome. Even coaches I played with or played for rather this year, coaches I met throughout the pro ball thing was like, "Oh, Erstad? Like you played in Nebraska, Erstad."
Street cred.
He's got street cred up there.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, he's an absolute dog.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word.
For sure.
I mean, all right, Harrison, what do you got, dude? What do you got? I know you want to say something.
This, I want us to get into this. We got to get into the Savannah Banana situation over here. Give it up for Kyle Perry, newest Savannah Banana.
Clap it up for Kyle Perry.
If you haven't heard, today it was official. Kyle Perry signed a contract with the Savannah Bananas to play some banana ball this summer.
Yeah.
So that is very cool. Congratulations,
Thanks,
sir.
brother. Thank you, dude. Yeah, really cool. Funny how it came about. These guys, Tyler Gillum is the head coach of the Bananas. He reached out to Rob Childress, pitching coach here at Nebraska, and I guess they're in a dire situation where they needed a pitcher, a guy. So and the way they explained it, because long story short, reach out to Rob. Rob reached out to me, seeing if it was okay if he put my information in for a pitcher that met the criteria they were looking for. Throwing strikes and outgoing personality, or
they need an entertaining pitcher.
Sure. And so after that, I was like, yeah, sure. Why wouldn't you put my name down? Not thinking anything of it. I was just like, sure, Rob. Help a brother out. And these guys, 2 days later, Gillum texted me and he was like, hey, would you have interest? Childress, put your information in, and I was like, of course I would. Who wouldn't? What an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And so 4 or 5 days go by and didn't hear anything from him. So I was like, okay, they found a guy. Cool. Not thinking anything. I love my job in Waverly, right? And so a few days go by and he says, hey, you cool for a call right now? And he FaceTimes me and we talked on the phone for damn near an hour and got along great. It was cool, just talking shop, and it's really cool. Something to be said about having an opportunity come up when you got a set in stone opportunity going for you right then. It's like you don't have anything to lose, you just be yourself. And I guess he liked it, or they must have been really desperate. And so right after the FaceTime, sent me a contract over, slept on it, and signed it the next day. So really thrilled. I was doing my best to keep it under wraps, and I did. But yeah, and then today they blew the top off the thing, and phone's been blown up. It's been good.
Yeah, when you told me that was an opportunity, I think my dad told me first.
Oh shit!
I think my dad knew about it first, and I was like, that I couldn't have picked a better guy to do that. Yeah, that's great.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
that's gonna be awesome.
There's definitely gonna be a comfort zone to bust out of.
Oh, for sure. But it's a little easier making TikToks and doing that whole dance routine thing when you're not the only one doing it. It's a little different. It's gonna be a totally different
mom
dynamic.
Mentality.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's gonna be a little different mentality than just the normal clubhouse guys. Not every ball player is a TikToker.
Right.
So it's gonna have that the different feel that it'll make it easier to get used to.
Right.
Like busting out of your
Yeah,
shell.
I wonder what it's going to bring out of me.
Yeah. I think we're all excited to see.
Right. I'm sure. And I'm a little anxious for that.
I bet. Yeah. It's a challenge. It's something out of your comfort zone.
And so that's.
But when you told me that you got offered this opportunity, I was like, you can't not do it.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You can't not.
I mean, my dad told me, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you got to do it.
I think that's everyone's reaction.
Like, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was consistent. Everyone I talked to was like, well, duh, you got to do it.
Yeah. It's just weird. I like how everyone's like, oh, you're the perfect guy for that. Like, everyone's like, Savannah Banana. Yeah. Kyle Perry fits that.
But the thing is, you don't even have to try. Like, you just got to be yourself.
Right.
Play the game. How to have a good time. Based
all
on
about
the players that like got to play with you, the guys that you bring in here, it's just like everyone talks about you like, well-respected player, but a lot of it, I think you just knew how to have a good time.
Hey,
that's a lot of.
I'll take that.
A lot of team chemistry is like you all right got to hang out with.
Sure. I guess yeah. When you put it that way, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My question was like, obviously, it's a bunch of former ball players that are still doing the thing and playing bananas. It's like I want to know the competitiveness level because you said it's like guys still hard 90s, guys still doing everything they can to win. So it's like I'm interested to talk to you in like 6 months and be like,
yeah,
what was it? What were you expecting versus like what's it actually like? Because I bet the guys want to win. They want to play good brand of ball.
Right.
Obviously they're doing their tricks and everything. So it's a little different on that side of things. But like I couldn't have thought of a better person to just pump strikes, quick pitch, tricks, flipping the ball behind his back, doing that whole thing. So.
Yeah. And I really do like the aspect, like, because I went back and I watched their last game of this last tour. They were playing in Miami.
Okay.
And like the pitchers, like the most you'll see from the pitchers, unless like there's like a choreographed, like TikTok dance or something, they rip, with the entire 9 guys on the field and including the umpire. The umpire DM'd me today. You've been seeing that umpire?
I've seen the routines and everything. He's moving his hips.
Yeah, like his Instagram is like the dancing umpire. And so he reached out, was like, yeah, welcome to it. Like, this is going to be a blast. And I'm like, yeah, dude, all I ask for is a freaking big zone. Like I can work. I'll be entertaining if I just get strike calls.
You'll be entertaining if you don't get strike calls.
Well, you're right. You're right, bro. You're right. But yeah, I'm interested to see the competitiveness level too, because baseball at the end of the day, I know they don't even call it baseball. It's banana ball.
Right.
Just because they have their own set of rules. Yeah. It's really
still looks competitive though.
Yeah, but like you got mano y mano. Hell, there's a situation that like it's a one-on-one. I don't know what they call it. Where something happens in the game. Say it's like a tiebreaker. I think where they have pitcher, hitter, and one position guy in the field.
Really?
And then the tiebreaker, it either gets broken by the guy can't stop running the bases. So if he puts it in play, he's got to keep going, and the pitcher and the one position guy in the field gets him out, or
so it's either he scores or he's out.
Yeah. And so that's how you break the tie.
So you got 3 guys, I guess, for a pickle, because you got the catcher, pitcher. And
I'm assuming there's a catcher, too. And then so
that's an interesting way to do it. I like
super entertaining though. Like there's
really
like it really doesn't lack in entertainment value, and the way they talked to me about it in the interview process was like, I guess not interview process, but the FaceTime that I had with them was like they don't want, like, if they think about something like, is this going to be a moment where fans use this as an excuse to get up out of their seat and go use the restroom or go to the concession stand, grab a beer, whatever, like they're not going to do it. Like they want it to be entertaining from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
And like the advice that their pitching coach, Adam Virant, they call him Viro. He's actually originally from Papillion. So we met up over on Black Friday for coffee in Omaha. Right. And he was telling me, like, just figure out ways to not be the reason that someone gets up to get out of their seat, like.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, all right. If you keep that in your mind, like, then you can probably catch yourself slipping, like, oh, this is getting pretty boring.
Yeah.
So whatever it is. And we could use the freaking rest of the time to brainstorm whatever ideas we got. Cause I'm at a loss other than, thrusting the hips a little bit and filling up the zone.
Yeah. We were just talking like, got to get the TikTok going. Got to get the social media going.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the stuff, right? Like the outfielders will do like behind the back catches, and they'll try to do like make a trick play out of it when it's there.
Yeah.
As far as the pitchers, I'm trying to think what the pitchers.
Well, they want freaking tempo.
I've seen where they have like 3 guys, and you don't know which one has the ball.
Sure.
But all 3 throw it at the same time.
Okay.
Didn't
see that. So like this is all new.
Yeah. I can't remember again, I don't know how old these are, but basically it's just 3 pitchers on the mound and only one guy has the ball.
Right.
And the batter just doesn't know who
it's
it
like
has.
the Jumbotron game with the cup and the ping pong ball into the, the thing.
Except then you got to hit it too afterwards.
True. That's true. And I like that. I mean, that's
it's ball.
Like their LLC is like fans first entertainment.
It's backyard baseball.
Literally.
You're making up rules as you go.
Yeah.
No, I guess you're not, but they know the rules.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. It's like, once you know the rules, I don't know the rules. I don't know all the rules of banana ball.
Me neither, brother.
Yeah. I just
know
be
crazy.
Fan catches it, you're out. It's kind of cool.
I like that rule.
That's a hell of a rule.
Yeah.
As
if
a
you're
pitcher,
a fan,
that's great.
And again, it goes back to their whole idea. Like, if you're the fan and you got no input on it,
yeah,
that's going to keep you engaged if you got a chance to get the out.
Yeah, imagine smoking one down the line and the guy catches it like a foot away from the foul pole. That's
bottom of the ninth,
yeah.
bases loaded, foul ball. You rip it, just foul. Guy in the crowd snags it, game over.
Yeah. Which they had that last year where a kid, I mean, it wasn't like that dramatic, but a line drive down the line, the kid, foul territory, catches it, game over. It was the last out of the game, and they celebrated when they brought him out for like the handshakes. The handshake line is, I mean, it's cool. It's really neat how they get through to fans and bring them into the party, you know?
Yeah, because you see MLB wanting to do that with the golden at bat rule, whatever they're coming up.
And that came from the bananas.
Of course, banana ball popped off MLB's because as I was saying, banana ball's getting this subset of fans that's not necessarily baseball fans.
Yeah.
They see the dancing, they see all the entertainment, and they're like, we like that. Like, oh, what's baseball? Or, oh, I like baseball, but I'm not going to watch a baseball season.
Right.
You know, so they love the banana ball, whether it's from TikTok or whether they see it from Banana or they know someone some. But MLB's like, oh, golden at bat. Can we snag some of those fans somewhere? And they just put all this out there. I don't think that's ever going to come to fruition in baseball, but I think they just like the idea of it because of the attention it draws and everything.
But it something needs to be said that like the fact that they're even entertaining something like that. I mean, if that's even has been mentioned, like the fact that it came from the bananas is just crazy because like it just shows like what they're doing is bringing in fans, and that can't be argued. Like there's like millions of people waiting to get into a game. I mean, it's a lottery, just like the Masters
worldwide.
Yeah, and it's. I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, I had Kyle in Kansas City at the mother-in-law's, and she's over here asking for tickets, and the kid, has just got on the team. He's like, I got family, coming in. They're asking if we can stay, babysit the kids, go to the banana ball game. Yeah. They've never been to a baseball game in their life. Maybe they have, actually. I don't know, but I haven't heard them.
They're not going for the baseball.
Yeah, they're not going for the baseball. They're going for the banana ball.
It's like a full-blown Broadway concert sort of situation. So
for sure.
Yeah, man. It's I'm pumped for the opportunity, and we can talk a little bit more about that. This is UnKut. We'll talk about it after the break.
Who wants free diamonds? This holiday season, as a thank you for shopping with us, Sartor Heyman Jewelers is giving you free diamonds. Now through December 6th, receive a pair of sparkling diamond stud earrings, a stunning diamond pendant, or a gorgeous diamond tennis bracelet for free with your qualifying purchase. We only have a limited number to give away, so once they're gone, they're gone. Don't wait on this one. Visit Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where your gift shopping shines brighter. In Lincoln at South Point Mall, downtown, and in Grand Island on State Street.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued service. November is off and running. Check this out. Get up to $12,000 off or 0% financing on select new vehicles. We have great lease specials with new Trax and Trailblazers starting at $299 per month and new Blazer EVs leasing for $399. Great payments, discounts, and of course, 0% financing. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All finance with approved credit, leases with $2,500 down.
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger in the mall over a stuffed T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a lame holiday deal, relax in the Black Card spa with some hydro massage feels. Instead of being trapped at your in-laws, Escape to any of our 2,600 Planet Fitness locations. Sign up today for the Planet Fitness Black Card. Just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th. See Club for details.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Early break.
There's quite a situation going on.
What?
Jake's been asked to step away on Fridays from now on.
Yeah,
they want to bring. Young Ben has been dubbed as the curse breaker. He's been dubbed as the curse breaker, and Jake's been asked kindly to step away.
Just for Fridays.
Just
though.
Fridays.
Just Fridays only.
Game
day only. Game day eve only.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Back to UnKut with Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to a wonderful Thursday episode of UnKut. I'm Kyle Perry, Harrison Arns on the ones and twos, and very special guest Shay Schanaman here with us tonight. Wonderful freaking night. And boy, it's frigid out there.
Oh,
I'll
cold.
tell you what, man. It's that time of year, baby.
You don't get used to it overnight, but it's crazy how you do get used to it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, it's a balmy 30 degrees out.
Yeah.
You know?
You just freaking wear it on the lip.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah. So a lot of great future endeavors going on in this room. We talked about it. Don't need to talk about myself much. I signed with the Savannah Bananas. They're like a Broadway they're baseball's Harlem Globetrotters.
Correct. Yep.
Is the best way to put it. For people that don't know. Yeah. In the weirdest way, the Globetrotters are more like, I mean, they're I wouldn't say stage, because I mean it's incredibly entertaining what they do out there. I mean, with the ball tricks, like that takes an incredible level of talent.
Correct. It's staged more than what banana ball is.
Right, but the other team kind of plays along with it. They let them dribble through their legs and whatnot. But with the bananas, they play the party animals for the most part. They're expanding the league to 6 teams in 2026.
Texas Tailgaters.
That's right. And the Texas Tailgaters. You got the firefighters, the party animals, and the bananas right now. And I think they're expanding out. By 2026, their world tour is going to include 6 teams. So that's cool that they're expanding on it, because what an incredible opportunity. I think it's cool if you can expand to multiple teams, so then it gives more people an opportunity to go, see those guys and more venues than just the bananas, where the tickets are like a lottery situation. So that's cool. That's something to look forward to. But with that being said, like the competitive level of it with baseball, you can't script hitting a ball. You could know that a fastball is coming. You still got to square it up, right?
Yep.
Put it in play. But at the same time, I think it's great because, I mean, you watch these games, and I was going to go into saying, like, the pitching position is probably the best place to be when it comes down to like all the gimmicks and whatnot. Because, I mean, all you have to do is just freaking fill up the zone and let the guys put it in play, and then the defense, it's up to them to make all the trick plays.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot harder on the defense too. I mean, you're front and center as a pitcher. You're getting the ball in their hand. You're throwing the pitch. But the shortstop's going to have this trick in his back pocket for 2, 3, 4 innings, waiting for a ground ball. He might be, snoozing on his heels.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's getting hit a missile, and he's got to try to do this trick play that he's been waiting for 30 minutes, an hour to do.
Yeah.
That he maybe practiced for a day or two, and then he's got to execute that mid game. And it's like,
well, the guy running down the line.
He's like, it might be a faster guy than he thought was going to be running down the line. So all of a sudden, he's got less time to pull this trick off.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy dynamic.
And I mean, really anything goes. They got a guy on the bananas. I mean, his nickname is Flash, and like his number, he doesn't have a number. It's just a lightning bolt. I mean, I love like the lack of formality with it. But it should be really cool, man. And I'm just excited, like, because like you said, like the pressure's on the defense. As long as I put it in the zone, like, see, here's the thing. And so coming back to that,
what's the strike? What's the walk rule?
That's great, because there is a walk rule. You walk a guy, the runner can run for as long as he wants. He could stop at first. He could try to go to second, and everyone converges near second base, like in the field. All the outfielders sprint in from the outfield. The infielders converge at second. The pitcher's already touched the ball, so he's chilling. Catcher zips it down to second. Whoever's there first.
So everyone has to touch the
ball.
And
they flip it to each other like hot potato, and the runner's freaking busting it.
Fantastic.
And so it's like bang, bang at second. Either the guy gets the bag, or
that's if someone doesn't drop it, or they throw it,
overthrow it. Then he just keeps going. He's probably scoring inside the park walk.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So that's obviously which it kind of takes the pressure off the pitcher too. It's like, walk a guy, you can still get him out. Like, come on. So
you walk a guy, it's like, oh, if he stays at first, that's a success.
Right. And it's like, oh, cool. Like, as well, you freaking walk a guy, then you can just watch the.
So I don't know how any of the stats are ran, but like you walk a guy and he scores, is that an earned run? Like just because they didn't get it, everyone touch it, or
hard telling. I don't know.
I guess ERA is probably the last stat they're thinking about.
They do list it though. Like when a new pitcher comes in, they have like all his stats, and that's the cool thing too, is they're big on tempo. Get it out of your freaking hand. Like they want their pitchers releasing the ball every 4 seconds.
So they'd love it, Brett Sears.
Yeah.
Because that guy just
no doubt he just freaking gets it and goes, yeah. And I think that's the best way to pitch too.
I mean, it's as a fan, yeah, it's entertaining. As a pitcher, it's probably to each their own. But
for sure. The pitch clock was like, oh, you guys do you hate the pitch clock? Do you not like it? It's like, well, if you're in a rhythm in a zone, you're not even thinking about the clock. You're working a good tempo. You're throwing the ball. But it's when you're out of it, it's like, oh, it's hard to get back into it with the pitch clock.
Right.
But when you have to throw it in 4 to 5 seconds, it's like there's no thinking about anything. You're in it and you're going. So it's,
Yeah. And I always felt like that's kind of how I attacked it when I, not coming out of the pen. Coming out of the pen's a little different tempo wise. I mean, obviously still quicker, but like, run control and all that jazz you got to factor in. But like Dude, I'm all about it. That's their big stat is like the pitches per minute or whatever it is.
What's the balk situation look like? Is there such thing as a balk in banana ball?
Good question.
Or is it more of like a courtesy to the hitter? Like, yeah, I'm going to be dancing. Yeah, I'm going to do all these things. But what's the balk?
Yeah. Well, so they say like really pitching is just kind of freaking do whatever you want as the pitcher. Like they got guys that just sit there and vibe to the, and I'm assuming that's kind of what I'm going to be like. I'm going to have to figure something out. Like we mentioned.
And if you do something that's like maybe not okay with everyone else, are they going to like they're probably not going to call it in the situation. They're just going to like probably talk to you after the game and be like, hey, don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Versus like balk, run to the next base.
So they let you know. I guess when I talked to Viro at Coffee, he was talking about how just do your thing as a pitcher.
And this is the pitching coach?
Yeah. And the one thing they want you to like just make sure of, just as long as the batter's head's up, as long as he looks at you, you can do whatever. Like, I mean, he said like you can get to the point where you're at leg lift. And if he's not looking at you, just freaking hold it up there. And then once he looks at you, freaking go. Like,
yeah.
Say less.
Right. We've been doing this in the clubhouse every, pregame for the last 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's
quick pitching,
And the best thing about it, it's going to be like baseball in its purest form, like kind of like or backyard baseball, like the game at the end of the day is meaningless, but the act, it's like the game itself isn't meaningless to so many people that attend, and it's like,
you're
it's
putting
cool.
on a show.
Right.
You're having fun.
Right. And you're having fun and you're also competing at the same time. So it's just like all these different, elements mixed into this pot that's just freaking great. I'm thrilled for the opportunity.
Yeah.
So
it'd be great. I didn't see your tweet, but you showed me it coming in. I mean,
yeah.
Put some pressure on, Troy Damon.
Mr. Dannon, wake up, brother. I mean, this is an opportunity of a lifetime for both myself and Troy Dannon. Right. Okay, so
and the university.
I'm not sure how many
that they need more money, but you could make a lot of money selling out Memorial Stadium. For a banana ball game. Come on.
And the people would come.
And the people would come.
And they wouldn't even have to be from Nebraska.
No, Nebraska.
The Nebraskans would fill it up.
Oh, they'd fill it up themselves. You could have a whole weekend at Memorial Stadium. But
yeah.
Well, what's the closest area that Savannah would travel around?
KC.
So yeah, you get a bunch of people from Iowa, all sorts of
certainly
like locations, knowing that. A good chance to see Savannah ball, because to your point, like if they want to go see it in the home location, those tickets, it's like a lottery if you're actually going to go and watch it. So if you got an opportunity, Memorial Stadium, you got 90,000 seats, good chance you can go.
That'd be so
get and watch
fun.
that game.
This gives you goosebumps.
So
I mean, it'd be so cool. I think it'd be like, I mean, it's very realistic too.
Now we had this conversation where it's like you can play baseball or football in a baseball stadium, but can you play baseball in a football stadium?
Yeah,
it's like maybe not baseball, but banana ball. That's a whole different question. I think you can make it work.
True, and we got to experience that at the Canberra Classic at US Bank Stadium, home of the Vikings.
Yeah, a little makeshift. They got more room to push things back maybe than we do at Memorial.
Yeah, Memorial sidelines are pretty tight.
I think you could make it work. Put a little screen up on the left field foul pole, and just
you could certainly figure something. I was thinking like almost like a plexiglass situation. You could because you got to realize how big this production is.
Yeah,
they would spend I'm not saying they would, but if it was something finalized, like I feel like it would, all the measures would, like all the boxes would be checked.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing it long enough to know how to make a good production.
Right. And so I think like having a huge, like a giant, like not a green monster, like a clear monster.
Yeah.
Whatever, of just either plexiglass or netting.
And especially with the area you got, the fans would be involved.
Right.
Catching balls.
Right.
Guys are getting thrown out from the stands.
I mean, that would be like, imagine if it was freaking like solid. I mean, not budging, right? You freaking have like these strong metal cables. I mean, freaking Matt Warner, founder of Empire Netting and Fence, could figure something out. He's right over there. I could call him up right now. But no, he could come up with something. But we could plexiglass cables on the press box, make sure it's stable. I mean, imagine being a fan, get just a piss rocket hit off the freaking plexiglass, boing, and then play it off the wall. Like
that'd be fantastic.
So cool.
There'd be no question it'd be sold out.
No question.
Everyone would make money.
Yes.
Everyone would be happy.
Core memory for a lot of people in Nebraska.
Yep.
I mean, because like you said, the closest thing is KC at a major league ballpark. Like, we're not playing, at Field of Dreams or anything. Like, dude.
Now, the Savannah Bananas have gotten to the point. It's like, who do you got to convince? Do you have to convince, the University of Nebraska to do it, or do you have to convince the Bananas to do it? Because they're like, we're playing in 18 MLB stadiums. Why do we need to go to the University of Nebraska?
Well, and see, here's the deal.
So it's like,
Good point.
They just played Clemson in an exhibition game. Did you see that?
Yep.
That was their thank you because we're going to be playing in 2025 at their football stadium.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So they're making it work at the football stadium.
And they're also playing at the home of the Tennessee Titans in Nashville.
Wow.
So two football stadiums.
So they're dipping into
They're
that market.
doing it.
Okay. We got to get
They're doing it. So Troy Dannon, if you're listening, brother, I appreciate what you do. I'm so happy you're here, by the way. But
it just makes
let's
sense.
get this thing moving, dude. I mean, what an opportunity right in front of you.
Yep.
I mean, we have the College World Series here for a reason. It
That's right.
works because people are going to show up.
People are going to show up.
Savannah Bananas would be no different.
Hell, you could have a freaking, if you post up Memorial Stadium in Antarctica, I mean, people are going to come. I mean, there's 27 million people waiting for a freaking ticket to whatever game you give it to them.
Isn't that crazy?
Wild. It's just like the Masters. I mean, like, people are chomping at the bit to get to one of these games. Like, you build it, they will come. I promise you that. Well, hey, we can maybe do some more convincing to Troy Dan and get a little banana ball moved into Memorial Stadium. We'll see. But we can talk more after the break. This is UnKut.
Who wants free diamonds? This holiday season, as a thank you for shopping with us, Sartor Heyman Jewelers is giving you free diamonds. Now through December 6th, receive a pair of sparkling diamond stud earrings, a stunning diamond pendant, or a gorgeous diamond tennis bracelet for free with your qualifying purchase. We only have a limited number to give away, so once they're gone, they're gone. Don't wait on this one. Visit Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where your gift shopping shines brighter. In Lincoln at South Point Mall, downtown, and in Grand Island on State Street.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued service. November is off and running. Check this out. Get up to $12,000 off or 0% financing on select new vehicles. We have great lease specials with new Trax and Trailblazers starting at $299 per month and new Blazer EVs leasing for $399. Great payments, discounts, and of course, 0% financing. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All finance with approved credit, leases with $2,500 down.
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger in the mall over a stuffed T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a lame holiday deal, relax in the Black Card spa with some hydro massage feels. Instead of being trapped at your in-laws, escape to any of our 2,600 Planet Fitness locations. Sign up today for the Planet Fitness Black Card. Just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th. See Club for details.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Early break.
There's quite a situation going on.
What?
Jake's been asked to step away on Fridays from now on. They want to break. Young Ben has been dubbed as the curse breaker. He's been dubbed as the curse breaker, and Jake's been asked kindly to step away.
Just for Fridays.
Just
though.
Fridays.
Just Fridays only.
Game
day only. Game day eve only.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
You're listening to UnKut with Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back. 93.7 The Ticket. This is UnKut. I'm Kyle Perry, Harrison Arns on the ones and twos, and special guest, 8-Ball, dear friend Shay Schanaman here. Let's talk, Shay, because I want to flip it on you now, because we've been talking banana ball, new opportunities. Let's talk about what is there to look forward to in your life, brother.
Well, got spring training February, so I'm just grinding.
And when do you report?
Middle of February, we'll get going. Game start March 1st from minor league side. Just grinding, playing ball.
Freaking need you up to 99 or something.
I know.
Need you.
It's everyone.
You got it in the tank.
Every pitcher in the offseason is like, what can I do to just gain 1-2 miles an hour? That's all I need.
Yeah.
And then it's always, what can I do to gain 1-2 miles an hour? What can I do?
Right.
Never happy or never satisfied. Always searching for more.
Right. And that, I guess if that's the mentality, you can understand the steroid temptation. We don't need to talk about that to protect your own situation. But I guess, when there's always that carrot dangled out for you, that like you need to get to this next level, either hitting or pitching, like it's like, hey, need 2 mile an hour.
For sure.
You're going to get people that are going to, stick a needle in them.
Oh, yeah. The MLB, that's exactly what you saw.
But I mean, you got to get to the MLB. You look at a guy like Adolis Garcia.
Yeah.
All right. You got his rookie picture with the Cardinals and his next, a toothpick.
The craziest one's Barry Bonds. He's gained like 4 hat sizes throughout his career. It's like, no. But the drug testing is stingy, or not stingy, the opposite of stingy. Like I had a test before a game, came in, had a test right after the game. I'm
That's
like,
wild.
Wow. You got guys sitting there for 4 hours trying to pee in the cup.
And it's not like you were a starter and you went through, 8 scoreless, sitting 95-99 the entire time.
I don't even think I sat in the bullpen and chewed sunflower seeds the whole time.
That's crazy. So, I mean, that gives you some firsthand insight to just like, how, I mean, because they've cracked down on it for sure.
Oh, for sure. But like with the contracts they're giving out now, how would you, you're coming from nothing or something. Why would you not cut every corner you can to try to get to that point?
Right.
Like we're talking about Juan Soto's contract. It's like, wow.
Largest contract in North American sports history.
So I saw Shohei's contract, and I'm like, okay, he's one of the best pitchers in the game. He's one of the best hitters in the game. I understand, the astronomical number he got.
Right.
Juan Soto's just a hitter, and he got that. And I'm like, wow.
It's like you hear people talk like, okay, would you rather have, or not rather, but like, what price would you pay for a 25-year-old Ted Williams? Because that's what his player comp is. But it's like, well, the other side of it's like, well, the Yankees should be okay because they open up this much cap space. You got, his glove can be a liability too. I mean, he's not a great defender,
right?
And that's not what they're paying him for. But to see the largest contract in North American freaking sports history, and his glove is touch and go, little interesting.
Yeah, I guess he's just gonna bring in that much money though, just to where you can afford to pay him.
And see, that's the thing though. Like his bat needs to be unbelievable because like Shohei's gonna bring in that money regardless.
With all the fans he's bringing in overseas and
It's true.
everything, but with Juan, you got to just win games. Is that how you pay for his contract? But I guess you're just bringing eyeballs to New York. I mean, they got eyeballs regardless. But
yeah,
I guess
it's just crazy.
I guess there's smart people doling out that cash. You would hope, or you think anyway. You never know.
It'll just be interesting to see how this this 15-year contract goes. Because I mean, I'm sure when he's 30 years old, he'll probably freaking opt out and go get a check somewhere else to a contender if the Mets haven't been doing well.
Yeah,
I mean, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But I mean, just an outrageous contract to say the least.
For sure.
And it's like with Shohei, I mean, I don't even see it as arguably the best player ever because I think just you stick him at DH for a season, he joins his own club.
Yeah.
I mean, that's outrageous. And I mean, you got to realize this. Okay, it takes a lot to be a Cy Young caliber pitcher in the major leagues. Okay, but to be a Cy Young caliber pitcher and then be an MVP bat at the same exact time is pretty crazy. Obviously, last year he wasn't pitching; he was rehabbing, coming off Tommy John.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, there's levels to everything.
Yeah,
as Meek Mill once said, there's levels to this.
There's layers.
Yep.
But I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It'll be interesting to see what opportunities come Schwelly's way.
Oh yeah.
That'll be fun to keep an eye on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to see your year play out. I really am.
Yeah, it'll be fun working on some things.
Yeah,
get better every day. That's the beautiful thing about baseball.
1%.
You can get better no matter your age, no matter what position you are. There's always something you can get better at. And it's always a tough conversation. Do you want to improve your weaknesses or do you want to hone your strengths?
Right.
And as a bullpen guy coming in, throwing, 1 inning, 2 innings at a time, it's like, okay, I don't really need to work on my changeup because 90% of the time I'm going to be throwing a slider or curveball.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I really want to work on this? So it's the little things like that. And I didn't really think about that as an infielder pitcher, when I was still trying to play infield in Nebraska, which was short-lived as much as I wish it wasn't.
True.
I got into this pitching world and I'm like, wow, there's so many things you can work on. And it's just a whole new game within a game as a pitcher. So it's really cool to talk to guys across, minor league baseball to see what everyone else is doing on and what they're working on, and social media too. You can see all these guys at Tread, at Driveline, all these guys on Instagram and Twitter doing their thing, and you just take one thing from everybody and kind of develop your own little portfolio of drills and stuff you work on and to hone your craft.
Yeah, find out what works for you.
Yeah,
in your body and the way you move. Absolutely, man. Great words of wisdom right there, brother. Hey, I appreciate your time, bro. For real, I love you, man.
Thanks for having me, Kyle.
Absolutely. Harrison, pleasure. Great week with you, man. This has been another great week of UnKut here on 93.7 The Ticket. Take it easy.